Alright guys, welcome back. This is ESL One Hamburg 2017. This is the CIS closed qualifiers, game 2 of Virtus.pro versus Effect. We saw Virtus.pro take game number 1 with some pretty impressive teamwork, a lot of just run at you Dota, which is something I really love casting. But once they got that momentum going, they just went for the prize, and it was a quick game number 1. But let's see what Effect can do here for game number 2. We already see Lil's Night Stalker banned out immediately. They do not want to see that ever again. I'm sure they're going to be triggered every time they see it in the pubs as well.
I mean, we saw it get banned a lot in the series yesterday, so it's not really a big surprise that once they do let it through and it's as effective as Lil was able to be with it, that they just say, no, never again. Like, I don't think they're ever going to let that hero be played again, at least until it gets nerfed into the ground.
But they are going to actually take out the Ancient Apparition. They'll take out the Nature's Prophet again and ban out Pasha on the Enchantress. Man, there's a lot of respect bans coming out here. I think Effect is... just don't want to have to deal with these heroes running around in their lanes causing problems.
Yeah, the laning phase was really, really powerful for VP, and that's where they established a lot of their dominance in a lot of their games, is during the laning phase. So it's not a big surprise that moving into game 2, Effect says, no, we're just going to just deny you those heroes. But the one thing that they have left open now is that the Necrolite. With the AA ban coming out, there's no opportunity for counterplay, so we might see the Necrophos come out on the side of VP if Effect let it through.
It's definitely possible here, but it's actually interesting. I wonder if they're going to grab the Earthshaker again for King R, just because they've run it in every single one of their games here for the ESL One closed quals. Yeah, I was going to say, like, King R, he didn't have a great game last time. It was a little bit of a struggle, but it's definitely one of those heroes that I feel like is a comfort pick for him, and is in the meta as well, so... Definitely, you know, I was wondering if we're going to see that pick up. They do pick up the Necrophos, though, as well on the side of Effect. So we're going to see, you know, they picked up the first gross little green guy, which was Venomancer in game number 1, and it looks like they're going to try Necrophos this time.
We are going to get the Pasha Batrider in response to this, but, I mean, when you see the AA ban come out from VP, you cannot let the Necrophos go through. Either you have to take it, or you have to start drafting the fact that they're going to pick it. And I almost feel like this might have been a little bit of a bait from VP, because they probably know that just as well, and now they're going to prepare for that. So now you have the Blink Lasso on the Necro, no opportunity for the cheese of the Ghost and Magic Wand. I just call it the Necro Cheese.
Necro Cheese, that sounds so gross. Oh my goodness, that sounds so gross.
I mean, it's not entirely inaccurate. Have you seen what happens when that hero
I don't want to think about that. But we do see that Ramsey bans are coming out. They don't want to see Faceless Void. They definitely do not want to see his Sven. Oh my goodness, yeah, that would definitely be a disaster for them. But on the same side, Virtus.pro, they don't want to see any more disgusting green people over on the side of Effect, and they banned out the Venomancer.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'm wondering what they're going to pick up for no one in this one, because last match we saw the Death Prophet, but the Batrider is much more of an up-tempo hero than... you know, Death Prophet kind of allows for it. She's very cooldown reliant, needs that exorcism to be online, and we're going to see the Disruptor actually get picked up now from Effect. So I'm really curious what they pick up now for no one in his mid lane.
Yeah, always a treat to watch no one play over in the mid, but looks like we will see an Earth Spirit pick up here for the side of Virtus.pro.
Another hero that's just going to cause so much havoc.
It's just like the run at you line, and I love it. I mean, like, I just recently started doing, you know, some tier 2 casting thanks to Moonduck, and they gave me a lot of stuff in the CIS region, and I love the style of Dota. I just love how they just run at you. They very efficient, you know, take a fight, really high intensity, very, very quickly, and then they go for the objectives. Like, I really enjoy seeing this kind of Dota, so it's really, really a treat to be able to cast Virtus.pro and watch them just run at people. But they pick up the Broodmother for Team Effect.
Yeah, I mean, other than Firefly right now, they don't really have a great way to deal with it. They do have 2 more picks to kind of counteract that.
I was about to say, yeah, like, that's... I feel like Broodmother's one of those picks you want to probably grab at the last minute, honestly. But, I mean, I'm not a tier 2 team or tier 1 team at all, obviously. I am just, you know, caster over here. So maybe they've got a really good plan. Maybe they've got this all figured out. I'm going to hope they are, you know? Effect are feeling like the underdogs here, and everyone likes a good underdog story.
The one thing I do notice a lot about Effects drafts is that they tend to leave Mag's pick for either second last or last, and that's what they've done here. Unless that is a Mag Brood, I'm pretty sure that's going to be either the Afo Ninja or the Sadoy Brood in the mid or safe lane. But I almost feel like it's not going to be the Mag Brood. And so they tend to leave this offlane hero for last, really prioritizing getting him his hero selection. And so we're going to see, it looks like the no one Lina to help deal with these spiders.
This cracks me up just because of the fact, like, you know, the running joke is, what do you do when you find a spider? You burn down your house and you move. With the Lina pickup here, we're just going to light all these well, also not only with the Lina, but with the Batrider, light all the spiders on fire. Then you don't have to worry about it. Nice purifying flame, so to speak. Not the Oracle purifying flames, obviously, but all of a sudden Broodmother, you know, a little less scary. Although Broodmother, you know, if she really gets a lot of spiderlings going and gets up onto that Lina, it could be a huge problem. Because that insatiable hunger just does so much damage and sustains her so well. But
especially because Lina is like kind of one of those heroes that's a hybrid of both magic and physical damage, kind of something like an invoker, where it is a lot of magic spells, but it's also a lot of right clicks. And you know, incapacitating bite, a lot of people overlook it as a spell, but it's a pretty significant mischance, and it's gonna be tough for the Lina to actually trade effectively with that Broodmother if she's able to get on top with all of her spiders intact.
Well, definitely, it's a bit of a gamble, so we'll see if this Broodmother can pull out some crazy amounts of babies and get some early kills. But I have a feeling that no one's gonna know how to play this very, very well. We'll see. Final bans is coming out now for Virtus. They're trying to figure out what exactly is happening over here with Effect. No troll, though, will be allowed for Ramses either. That is another hero that they recently played in the PGL Open and had good results. Weaver gets banned out. So what would be the best core at this point for Ramses?
They need either something with a lot of burst damage or something that can deal with the spiders. That's why they ban out the Sven. That's why they ban out the troll. Something that, because you get the mischance from the whirling axes.
I also think they ban out the Sven because Ramses is like the world's best Sven. I mean, just you know, saying, but
I mean that definitely helps. But that's the reason that you ban it going into the second phase. If you're gonna pick Brood in the second phase, you have to be ready with that Sven ban. And they're actually gonna go for the Ursa, so they're gonna go for that burst damage. That
Talk about the run at you strategy. It doesn't get much more run at you than an Ursa pickup here.
Yeah, so this is their plan. They're going to just, you know, blink on the Necrophos, blink on the Broodmother with the Batrider, follow up with the immediate Ursa, and just blow somebody up before they have a chance to do anything, and then just turn any potential team fights into a 4v5. That's what you kind of want with the Batrider. They had it already with the Lina, but now between Lina and Ursa, you have to always keep that Batrider in the back of your head.
Definitely, you know, something that they'll need to be concerned about. But I'm still trying to figure out how this laning phase is gonna, because Broodmother, you know, puts a lot of pressure out early. I'm wondering how they're going to, you know, where they're gonna put this Broodmother first of all is one of my big questions. You know, is this gonna be mid? Is it gonna be safe lane? Is it gonna be off lane? Man,
I really feel like it's gonna be the Afo Ninja mid Brood. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, it's going to be the Quap. Okay, so I was entirely wrong. It's going to be the Mag Brood, Sadoy on the Necro, and
it's okay to admit when you're wrong when you're doing cast. It happens quite a bit to me. So, but all right, so we've got Sadoy going to be playing the Necrophos. We've got Alpha Ninja, of course, going to be playing the Queen of Pain Mag with the offlane Brood. Ramsey's obviously playing Ursa. Like, this is looking really good for Virtus.pro, honestly. Oh, those babies, those spider babies gross me out so much. That set, that Immortal that came out, not a fan.
I love it so much.
Not a fan. They're so, I don't know what it is. Like, they're actually very cartoony and cute, but something about like them being green and glowy just freaks me out so bad. But it's all right. Virtus.pro, they've got all the fire. They will burn down all the babies and make things okay again.
So the one thing I do like about this Quap pick is the fact that other than like Lil and Pasha, they don't really have that great of lockdown. Like Light Strike Array is very unreliable. If you are able to catch FNJ with the Light Strike Array, it could be enough if you follow up correctly, but they don't have great reliable lockdown other than like Blink Lasso. So it's not a terrible game for a mobility hero like the Queen of Pain. It's going to be up to FNJ to make that space, put that pressure on, and just allow their team to kind of snowball. The laning phase is going to be key for both of these teams here. Whoever runs away with the laning phase is going to have just a magnificent lead going into it.
All right, well, here we are, guys. We're in game number 2 of Team Effect versus Virtus.pro. And we've got that early smoke coming out. They're going to go out, throw out the wards. King R already making his way over there. Lil also grabbing his ward. We'll be able to place early. Looks like RZ kind of knows that they're probably going to be going for some sort of play here, but isn't going to be able to intercept.
Man,
I like this. Yeah, both the wards get dropped. They're going to need a sentry, obviously, for this Brood. Brood's already got her Quelling Blade, though, so you know she's expecting it. She just cut it down as fast as possible. King R feeling real confident over here, just right in front of this rune. Look at just all the movement going around. We've already got Lil kind of hanging out over on the Radiant side. A couple of clicks getting off here over onto Solo.
So I was kind of right in the fact that it's a mid Brood. They're going to send Afo Ninja, it looks like, to the safe lane? Because Brood's setting up in the mid.
Guess they're trying out something different, I guess.
They want to get like an off lane Necrophos and a safe lane Quap, it looks like, is their answer. So, I mean, it's just... This is really weird. Really, really peculiar, putting this Quap in the safe lane.
Lil is in the trees over here, just creeping on the rest of the Radiant. He's moving forward. Is he going to go? Yeah, he's going to go try to steal this rune. We'll jump immediately over onto Mag, and he will be able to get that bounty rune. I'm not sure that Spider saw that coming.
Man, the plays from Lil both games have just been crazy.
Oh yeah, it's been amazing. Like his Night Stalker was just a force to be reckoned with.
And they're actually going to do a lane swap. They're going to send the Queen of Pain into the off lane now.
Trying some different stuff. Okay, all right.
And they're going to send Lina to top to deal with it.
What is happening?
Ramsey's mid Ursa versus the Brood. And like Sadoy back.
I'm really not sure, I guess. But yeah, you do have this weird matchup here in mid with Ramses playing the Ursa over here against Mag. You've got the rotation coming out from Lil. They do throw down a sentry ward. Brood has her own sentry ward. As soon as she notices, she'll be able to cut it down with the Quelling Blade. But yeah, a little interesting of the change up here. Not something we were expecting at all.
I mean, really, the only big change is the mid and the off lane, and the mid and the safe lane, respectively.
Nice fissure coming out here.
The off lane and the safe lane for both teams is pretty much standard. You've got the safe lane Necro, the off lane Bat, so that's normal. But I'm just really curious about this Lina and Quap top lane.
Mid lane already. Mag's struggling pretty badly here. Trying to get maybe just a couple more hits. They're going to get the first blood over here onto Mag. Although the fissure coming in, is it going to be Lil? No, he pops the Fairy Fire. Might actually still make it out. And no, Lil will be the first to fall. Nice rotation coming out here from King R. Mag going to go ahead, pop that salve. That was very, very close and very scary here for this Brood Mother. And that's one way to run out of Brood, you know? Don't worry about the babies. Just go for the mama.
Yeah, she's... and the really nice rotation from King R secures that, turns that back around. The dust pickup, the early dust pickup was really key because, like you said, Brood's going to expect the Sentry Ward, so just rolling in with dust on top almost secures in that kill. And Lil...
He's just the king of these runes, man. He's like, yeah, I'm going to take that. Thank you.
He's just going to do whatever he wants in this game.
I mean, he did whatever he wanted in the first game, too. Things went really, really well for him. Starting to build up a mass of babies, though, here for Mag over here in mid. But definitely, he has to be very careful because Lil, of course, you know, carrying that dust, he's looking whenever possible. If it's low enough, they're going to just have Ramses run at him, and that's, you know, what an Ursa Bear does, too. So, works out. Although we see the Arcane Rune now over on Lil, picked up earlier. Looked like he wanted to possibly try something here. They will put some more pressure over onto no one, but there's the roll in coming out from Lil. Will turn himself around, tell them to back off of his Lina.
Disruptor's going to rotate up, too. They really don't want no one exploding like he did in the last game. He was very difficult to kill. And I mean, Lena's a lot squishier hero than that Prophet is by nature, but they don't want to even have to worry about how much damage the no one can do.
Yeah, they've got their eyes over here onto no one. They will go ahead, blink forward, throw out the cage, one more hit, and it looks like Arzik actually will be the one to get the kill. Meanwhile, Lil hanging out here in the trees. What's going on here in mid? Just a lot of babies building up. All right. Do they realize that Lil's over here? I don't think they do. Guess they figure he must have TP'd out, but he's sitting in position. I don't know if they want to try to make a play with no one coming back into lane here with full health and mana.
So the really interesting thing that Ramses has done to deal with this lane is he's maxing Earthshock, and he's
top lane. Looks like we're gonna get a kill over onto F and NJ. Rotation coming out as well. They found Solo over here onto the side. King R, he's got Fissure, he's got the Enchant Totem, but I think they're just a little afraid. They don't know who's waiting around that corner because they don't have vision, so they'll back themselves out. And Brood's hanging out in the jungle now. He's been dealing, having some problems dealing with Ramses here, and Ramses gets himself a double damage rune.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
scary.
he's actually set himself up to deal with the spiders pretty well. He's got Soul Ring and Earthshock, so he can just spam that out and farm these spiders every time they come up.
That's exactly what he's been doing, like you said, you know. 42-5 currently for CS, Brood 28-4, so he's having a great time in this lane. He's just feeding off these spiders, no problem. And during all of this, Pasha just gets a free lane.
Yeah, Necro's been pushed back to the jungle, which isn't a sentence you hear very much anymore. But that's kind of one of the only heroes that can kind of deal with.
Oh, we lose F and NJ again in the top lane during all of that. This is such a strong lane. They're just playing this really well. Lil's been very patient. He's actually been sitting over here in the trees the entire time, just kind of waiting for that moment to come forward. Very nice, patient Earth Spirit plays here coming out.
Man, Ursa's level 6 now, so...
Yeah, what does Mag do with this? Like, I don't think they realize, like, how difficult it would be to deal with this Ursa Bear early on. Like, even I didn't really realize, honestly. Like, I didn't think about the Earthshock just being able to go ahead and just obliterate them all so quickly.
It's such a weird build, right? Like, you would... This is the only matchup I think you'd ever see Soul Ring on Ursa, but just because of this matchup, it's so good. Like we were talking about Effect adapting really well with Sadoy on the Faceless Void yesterday. We see Ramses doing the same thing here. He's like, all right, I need as much mana as I can possibly get to deal with these spiders, so I'm just gonna get a Soul Ring. Screw it. I don't care that I'm an Ursa Bear.
You do what you gotta do to get it done, right? Nice Fissure though coming out here from King R. Ramses doesn't seem concerned about it at all though, just walks himself out. Goes back to farming. While all this is going on, we do see some movement down here in the bot lane. Alpha Ninja looks like he tried to jump onto the Bat Rider. Nothing happens. They do find Sadoy though here in the jungle. Looks like Lil, he's been on the prowl, trying to just get as much damage onto him as possible. King R making the rotation though, looking like he wants to get the Fissure. Nice stone, will be able to stun him up. He's over by the shrine though. Sadoy should be okay. And now Lil, I don't think he's too afraid of King R, but he just doesn't want to hang out here, I don't think. There's a nice Fissure coming out. Now he should probably be a little bit more afraid because there's more pincering action. We'll be able to roll forward, gets a glimpse off back into Sadoy. Sadoy really could use this kill if they can get it, and it looks like Arzik actually will be the one to finish up. It's two kills under this Disruptor's belt right now.
Yeah, they've had to completely abandon the top lane though and give no one just a free lane, which they don't want to do. They're going to send Sadoy up there now, and he's going to try and pull the creeps under so you can farm, but they're trying to, now they're putting this Queen of Pain against this Bat Rider.
There's the lasso coming out over here. How many stacks of sticky? We got 4 stacks of sticky, and that's just a purifying fire. We'll be able to take Queen of Pain out of existence, unfortunately for her. Mid lane again, just Ramses. He's just going away at these spiders. He's loving this life. Do you see some movement coming out here from King R? And Shrine gets pinged over here on the side. Looks like Lil again on the prowl.
There have been so many lane rotations from this Quap. She just doesn't know.
They're just yeah, they can't figure out where to go. And if it's not working, try another lane, I guess. You know, you do what you
now
can.
They're just gonna have that Bat Rider follow her around because sticky napalm is just so good. She's already got kind of a sub. She's got a Soul Ring on the Queen of Pain, taking a page out of Ramses' notebook, I guess.
Ramses actually, you know, he's been farming up all of these. Oh wait, we get a roll out here coming out from Lil. Looks like Arzik is trying to trap him. He is stuck though over onto the Radiant side. They're gonna see if they can maybe pop him down here. Sitting pretty low, 30 hit points and then down to 0. So Sodoi gets a much needed kill over onto Lil, who has just been running amok this whole game. During all this though, again, no one actually making the rotation bottom and just taking this tower. Sodoi needs to be careful here. Like, got a Laguna Blade up and running over on no one.
I mean, so does no one. Also has to be careful though, because
there's a hasted bear running at you with a soul ring. What do? You go Shroud. You run away. Mag does get a kill though over onto Solo, but this is a very dead Sodoi. Ramses will take that. And while all this is going on too, we lose Alpha Ninja.
We do lose the Bat Rider on the flip side of that, so ticking down to the dagger damage.
That's true.
Definitely a nice bit of recovery gold for the Queen of Pain, because she is just struggling so much to find her footing in this game.
Lil and Arzik playing a little peekaboo around these trees. Shrine is not up though, so Arzik might want to be a little careful. Glimpse comes out, and here comes the army of babies. They are starving, they are hungry. They will probably get the kill over onto Lil, but the silence coming out over onto Mag here. A little bit scary. Now Ramsey's caught in this kinetic field. Will try to run himself out here. Does not. Does have, you know, backup here. Oh, they're able to take down. Force Solo. But risks his life to save his cores there. The life of a support, right?
Yep, that's pretty much it. And I mean, Ramses, I don't think was ever in any real danger. If he ever thought he was actually in trouble, all he does is press R. He purges off the Queen of Pain dagger and just becomes impossible to kill.
Yeah, we've got a smoke coming out here from the Radiant. Looks like they're gonna try to go get a pick off on this Bat Rider if possible. Definitely need to do something here to gain a little bit of momentum back.
He does have his drums online though. This might be a tough kill. They do have Glimpse. Sodoi has the
gotta hold him into place. He's just gonna jump over. There's the Glimpse back. They will throw him over onto the side here. Drums, like you said, getting popped. King R coming into place here. Does not have the fissure quite yet. During all this, we lose off a Ninja again. To no one. There's the scythe coming in. Not enough damage. Just trying to hold him into place. And now they are in a dangerous position here. Ramses is here. He's ready to murder. King R is trying his best to buy himself some time. Looks like the Necrophos will be able to get out, but King R trying to just do anything to Pasha. Still gets taken down.
And Queen of Pain was killed by no one in bottom lane in the meantime. No one closing in now.
There's no safe place for Alpha Ninja to go at this point. Although he does get a cleanup kill over onto no one.
That's
a way of farming, I guess, you know? Farming heroes instead of creeps, that works. Well played, thanks, yeah.
Nice observer ward comes out, sees a very low no one going for the regen rune. Nice immediate reaction from the Queen of Pain, getting some revenge.
Alright, looks like Ursa's looking to go in for this Roche here. Does have his support standing nearby. One tiny baby will wander its way into the pit and realize, oh, they're Roshing, but I'm not sure what they can really do about this, honestly. Like, Lich has the Chain Frost now. He's got his level 6. And just right now...
So that he can't even do anything cute, like try and just walk in.
More babies. Just couple more babies every single time.
He just wants to see like where.
It's a dead Roche though. Roche taken down. They use the Laguna Blade over here onto the side. They will be able to get the lasso off over onto Sodoi. While all this is going on though, we see that this Chain Frost just doing work. Takes down Sodoi, takes down King R as well. So they get the Aegis and they get 2 kills.
So it's not looking great for effect, but Brood's actually closing in on a pretty nicely timed Radiance. She doesn't have boots yet though, so maybe a little less nicely timed because she skipped boots. But if she is able to get that Radiance up and running, the added miss chance is going to be really nice, and the extra damage and damage over time is going to be really nice. Lina, you know, pretty squishy hero. Lich has some extra help from the Frost armor, but Radiance doesn't care. So this Radiance pickup could actually work out for effect.
Oh, Alpha Ninja, you are in the danger zone, buddy. There are so many dire heroes pincering in on your location. should be okay. Although, oh, Batrider coming forward. He doesn't have lasso, so they're not going to be able to lock him down that way.
He does have Blink online, though.
Like, this Radiant jungle is so dark. Like, that's so scary being, you know, FNinja trying to do anything here. And they put up some really aggressive vision on the side of the Dire, but I don't know. Yeah, Ramses, he gets yet another kill over onto Mag.
No one's surrounded by 3 heroes right now. He might try and play his way out of this one.
He should be able to get this kill over onto King R. Yeah, look at him here. Still alive. They use the Scythe. Still alive here, though. Deathbolt coming in, and they will actually get the last hit. And we do see Pasha coming top. Wants to grab Sadoy. Does not have that lasso for another second or so, but it doesn't matter. They'll still be able to take him down, and now they've grabbed FNinja, who's come up to the top. They use the ultimate on just him, and he's still alive. So life is going okay for Queen of Fame, because that could have been a lot worse, but pretty much helpless to do anything about this tower right now. We do see King R. He teleports up. He's going to be able to maybe throw that fissure out over onto Ursa. Can they pop this Aegis? No.
The fact that Enrage purges off the Queen of Pain dagger means that he doesn't even have to worry about the damage over time. He just waits for the dagger to come out, purges it off, and walks happily away back to either shrine or base, depending on what he wants to do.
Roland coming in over here onto Mag. Does not connect, but they do have vision. They have the dust as well, so.
And another hasted Ursa Bear.
I swear, the Ursa haste is one of the scariest rune recipients kind of thing. It's that and like Pudge level 1 or Treant level 1 with the haste rune back in the day when they weren't bounty.
Oh yeah.
That was terrifying. If you were playing support, you weren't getting away from that. You were just dead. Every single time.
The other one that's terrifying is PA double damage, but that's, I mean, Ursa haste is pretty goddamn scary.
Ursa's terrifying with the haste, but trying to go after this tower here on top. FNinja is sitting at level 11 right now. Solo just kind of hanging out, throwing the frost armor onto the tower. There's just so, like, almost no damage. And they're on the prowl, too, in the bot lane. They're looking for anyone who might be farming. No one just happily, you know, pushing out lanes, hitting creeps.
He does have his Yules online. He's got another 1,000 gold. Probably going to move into the Bloodstone next.
This bear is like the king of the forest. He just doesn't care. Just ran through like half of the Radiant jungle. It's so scary too with that Blink Dagger being online. All these supports are just basically dead.
With Aegis online, he does not care. Oh, Radiance is on fruit though, so might see some scaling now.
Looks like our Zeke tries to run himself out. Unfortunately, won't make it.
Oh, Zeke was on a dominating kill. I didn't know that. That's pretty funny. And Ramsey's actually going to go right for the BKB. He wants this game to be over as quickly as possible.
They're looking for this Broodmother. They do find her over here onto the corner, land a Light Strike Array, and they use the Laguna Blade. She's going to try to fight her way off here, but that lasso will be able to hold her into place. Nice Chain Frost coming out as well. Sadoy trying to run himself back. They do get the kill over onto no one, but they'll lose Sadoy in the process, and yeah. Mega kill streak here for Ramses. This bear out of control. They did lose the Lina. But I mean the trade-off for Lina having, you know, Sadoy, their hard carry, King R, and the Broodmother, their mid, like definitely works out for the side of VP here.
Yeah, and Quap not even able to go for any offensive items. She's so scared that she's actually forced to go in for the Yule Scepter first, which means that her damage spike is going to come much later than normal. She doesn't even get, even looking at her talents, she's gone for the 10 strength. Like, she's just trying to tank up. She's been picked off so many times that she can't play aggressively like you need this Queen of Pain to.
Alright, no one's back into lane here. It looks like the next item on the agenda is the Bloodstone.
Pretty reasonable.
Standard. Yeah, pretty standard build here. Things are going fairly well for him. He's sitting at the second of the net worth. Ramses, of course, leading 10k. FNinja looking to get any sort of a pick here, but Lil, sensing that something's off, does go ahead, TPs himself away. And they're They're chipping away at this top tower, but they're not quite there yet. The TP comes out from Solo. He's not ready to give this up, although needs to be careful because Alpha Ninja, he sees that he's over into these woods. He's trying to juke around. I don't know, Solo. I think you're dead here, buddy. Yeah. Sudoi will get a kill, but during all of this, you've just got Alina on the bot lane, no one just wailing away at your tower. You've got your jungle just infested with Dire.
Mag doesn't even feel safe coming up to try and contest this. They've been very good on sentries and dust, so he can't do usual brood shenanigans and run up and try and pick off like back lines, whether that be like Earth Spirit or a Bat Rider. He doesn't feel comfortable.
They see him over here. Pasha sees him doing these ancients.
They might go for this kill. See if Ramsey's wants to rotate over. No, his invis ran out, so Meg
Drop
knows
a couple
now.
spiders off here. I think they're just waiting for the next Roche. BKB completed now over on Ursa, so it's basically a non-factor for him. Any of the heroes on the side of the Radiant now.
Okay, so this is the big power spike for VP, right? This is... Obviously, they can still continue to scale a little bit, but this is the power spike. It's 19 minutes in the game. They've got BKB. They've got fresh Bloodstone on Lina. If this next fight goes their way, it's pretty close to GG. It's not full GG, but it's pretty close. If this next fight doesn't go their way, however, thanks to Meg's Radiance and Queen of Pain now having a defensive item, this could actually start to turn around for effect. They are not out of this game by any means.
Oh, I don't know. This bear is mighty scary. Ramsey's all smoked up. They've got some little spider babies. Gonna go ahead and put some damage over onto the wave. Looks like no one trying to clean up over onto the side. It's gonna be a big fight here. Yeah, Ramsey, he finds our Zeke and he says, yeah, you're gone. You're out of here. Lasso coming in. Beautiful play here. We'll be able to go ahead, take out King R. There's no threat of an Echo Slam here at all now. A couple bounces coming around here for the Chain Frost, but they're able to take the tower. And they feel pretty satisfied with that. Roche is actually back up, so they're probably going to go for that as their next objective. Yeah, it looks like already Mr. Ramsey's here. Going to go murder himself a Roche monster.
This is a pretty early spawn, too. They took this at like 12, 13 minutes. So this was a pretty fast Roshan timer. They got really lucky with this. And that big power spike that I was talking about just got a lot bigger.
You went very Canadian on me there.
Yeah?
Yeah, what about it? Smoke comes out immediately. They look like they wanted to jump over here onto Mag. Mag has already hightailed himself back, though. He's like, yeah, don't want to deal with that. They do have the smoke, though, too, so I'm not sure if everyone's going to be able to reveal himself. Sudoi, I feel like Sudoi just doesn't know what to do. Like, he's very, very close to where, oh, looks like Arzik. He drops the Static Storm. It doesn't even matter. So that's one less ultimate that PP has to worry about as they go high ground. Alpha Ninja here trying to run himself away from Pasha. Pasha just keeps throwing out those stacks of sticky, trying to give some vision. The Yules comes out though. Pasha's waiting. He's got the lasso. He's got some stacks of that sticky napalm over onto Alpha Ninja. He's got like 2 of them. There's a jump forward from Ramses. He's just godlike. This bear, king of the jungle.
He's 9-0-1 right now. He has no cares in the world. And it was a cute attempt by Alpha Ninja, and I think if Pasha doesn't find him there, that could have actually worked. You're drawing a lot of attention, but I mean, Pasha found you, so the point's mute. And he's actually going to grab the gem now. So any vision that's already out for the Radiant, it's a pretty dark map for them, but it's going to get darker in about 20, 30 seconds. Yeah,
it's pretty spooky right now for the side of the Radiant. Especially because the Spirit Mother, unfortunately, just wasn't able to get going like she probably wanted to. She's got the Radiance online, she's got the medallion, but during all this, she's not intentionally, obviously, but just feeding spiderlings to Ramses, making him into a big, strong bear man here, so not really ideal.
She is doing pretty well on levels, though. Like, the highest level in the game is no one at 19, and if you look at Mag, he's level 17. The next closest person on his team is 14, so he's actually keeping up pretty well in terms of levels and even net worth.
Oh, look at all that gold. No one just making it rain.
He actually even turns off his radiance so he doesn't reveal his presence.
Well, that's smart. I would definitely, definitely think that would be a very big deal for him not to be found out just because of his radiance being on. Look at no one. He's just takes down these babies, just sieges away at this tower. Like, it's going down so fast. Got 14 bloodstone charges. It's got cheese on top of that. And Ramses is just taking a little bit of a bear nap over here, waiting for that opportune moment, because it doesn't seem like the Radiant have any idea really how to approach this, honestly. He's looking at Arzik, though. Wow, no, he's turned his mind. He's looking over at Sadoy. Can't really get past this fissure, though. We'll just wait, be patient. During all this, we hear that the lasso coming out over here onto the Broodmother. They're still going to be able to take down Sadoy. They'll be able to take down the Broodmother. The buybacks are coming out. This is kind of the last stand, I think, for them. Ramsey's caught over into this kinetic field. Will turn himself back around. The Magnetize coming out as well. Does get a really nice ultimate coming out from our Queen of Pain, but just not enough damage. Turning back around. Mag is going to have a dieback here. Are they going to keep... Yeah, look at Ramses. He knows he's strong. He's going to go right after Sadoy. There's the Echo Slam coming out from King R, but it doesn't matter. No one gets a double kill. And the series is going to go 2-0 to Virtus.pro.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit. Laning phase, whichever team took the advantage of the laning phase was going to have a pretty easy time running away with it and make it much harder for the other team to recover farm. And VP, very dominant in the laning phase as usual, and snowballing very hard off of that.
Yeah, Ramses Ursa is just incredibly scary. Had an incredible start, especially being able to just farm up all those spiderlings in mid. We saw that, effect. They tried really hard. They tried to alter around their lanes, trying to find a better solution, but unfortunately it just never seemed to work out for them. So again, the series is going to go 2-0 to Virtus.pro. And GG, well played, of course, going out to Team Effect. We will be back, guys. We have another match here for you on this channel. We've got Empire versus M19, and hopefully that'll be up soon, so stick around.